That is one relaxed and trusting baby.
Very trusting.
As she should be.
Mm-hmm. She has, she's had a couple of moments where, I mean, she is not hard to soothe whatsoever, but like maybe a handful of times where she actually needed to be soothed.
Yeah.
Since she's been born. And it's not hard, and took about 2 minutes, and this is the position that we found.
Nice.
Yeah. So I know that their like digestive systems are pretty immature at this age, and so it causes like discomfort and
Colic?
no.
Oh.
She's nowhere near colic.
Oh, no, not for her, but
yeah.
for infants.
Yeah, colic is like a really general term that describes like a fussy, discontent baby.
Mm-hmm.
But I think all newborns, or I'm pretty sure all newborns, like they're just their digestive system's learning how to work, and so they're prone to having like gas, or like the pediatrician we found said that they get scared to poop and their little sphincter like tightens up really tight because they're afraid it's gonna hurt.
Aww.
I know. So like that's definitely obvious because she'll cry really hard or like really loud and then poop like pretty much right after. And I think that's all babies, but I was looking into a probiotic and I'm not sure, I'm just researching it at this point, but I'm not sure that they need it this early. And then there's also like some school of thought that says if I take a probiotic, they'll get some that way. And then they have like infant probiotic drops. So I'm looking into that. I would like to know if anybody has had success with it anecdotally. But it's not like we're anywhere near needing to like help her with her digestion. It's just if it would help her, then.
Yeah, and obviously that's something awesome to ask the pediatrician.
Yeah, exactly. Which we go to on Tuesday. We go back. So, yeah, I'm curious to see what she says. I also called to ask if they could just do the screening, the hearing screening again.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, like, I'd even be willing to go over to the hospital to just have the screening done again.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned that in other countries they do it at 2 weeks. They don't do it right away.
That makes sense.
It gives it time for the fluid to get out.
Right.
And to rule that out. So, but they said no, they don't repeat the screening. The thing is, for that appointment, they want her to be sleep deprived and hungry.
Oh, jeez.
I know. And I just don't want to do that. I'm not looking forward to it. Plus, it's like a 20-minute drive, so how am I going to keep her sleep deprived in the car?
Yeah, no kidding.
On a car ride. It's like she's going to fall straight to sleep. How do you keep them awake anyway at this age? So I'm not looking forward to that appointment. I wish we could just rescreen her.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody who's an audiologist? I do know somebody. I'll message her. Good afternoon. I don't think we've vlogged at all today. Today's Saturday. The kids are napping right now, and we decided very last minute to host a garage sale, or like a rummage sale. So we have a lot of stuff in storage, which if I had my hands I would put storage in air quotes, because it's like this big warehouse that my dad had built for, I mean there's no other way to put it besides he built it for his toys. So he has like a giant RV, he has a limo, he has a wave runner that he puts in there in the winter, a big trailer that you can haul. It's like a toy hauler, like you can haul motorcycles and it's enclosed. So he has a lot of stuff that he can't have at our house, at his house here in the neighborhood, so he keeps it in this big warehouse. So it was really fortunate because we were able to, when we moved here from South Carolina, we moved in with my parents until we found this house, and we had a ton of extra stuff while we were living with my parents that we couldn't obviously move into their house. So we put it all in this big warehouse. We've recently gone through it, and most of it we're gonna actually get rid of or sell. So today we're doing this like impromptu garage sale, and Brad is over there organizing some of our stuff. And that's gonna be this afternoon after the babies wake up from their nap. I guess they're toddlers now. And there was another point to this clip that I can't think of now. I felt like my first mom fail, and I was legit almost crying the babies were getting ready to go down for their nap, and I had decided this morning that I wanted to wash all of their blankets that are in their beds. And Bear has one in particular that he loves, and he calls it Me. And it's like a lovey that has a bear head with a blankie. And then Lyndall has her blankies that she literally cannot, I mean, she'd probably be fine, but she has had these little blankies for every single time she has slept for the last year, probably. And she has 4 of them, and so they were all in the wash. None of them had been dried, and it was like nap time. And Bear had a really rough morning, so it like needed to be nap time right now. And all these clothes, or all these blankies were in the washer. I felt like the worst mom in the world. So I ended up taking Lyndall's couple of blankies. I took a couple of them out, threw them in the dryer for like 5 minutes, and just stalled with her. And so they were still fairly wet, but she didn't mind. She just kept saying wet, wet. But she'd rather have a wet blankie than no blankie. So, but they were both like, when they realized their blankies were wet, they were both crying, and I was about to cry, and it was just like, this postpartum mom brain, not good. So, another update, I'm having a little bit of trouble with like my milk regulation, or lack thereof. So I don't know if it's because I breastfed twins before and that it was fairly recent that I was breastfeeding twins, but I am making more milk than she can eat or drink. And so I'm like, I don't want to get mastitis, but I also don't want to like pump or express too much, because then I'm just going to perpetuate this problem. So I've probably 5 bags of milk in the refrigerator that I've had to pump. Just like early in the morning is when it's the worst. I guess that's when your supply is the highest. So I'll show you what I have in the fridge here just from this first week. Not even week, like we've been home 5-6 days. And I have all of this pumped that I'm just like barely relieving myself when I'm pumping that. And it's still pretty colostrum-y, it looks like. So it's not, this is a sweet baby. It's not a terrible problem to have, because I'm going to be going back to work. Let me put this milk back. Because I'll be going back to work, and I'm gonna need like a day's worth by the time I do that. So you have to be ahead by like a day to go back to work, and then what you pump at work that day replaces what was consumed that day. So you really only need to be ahead by 1 day, and that would be ideal, but I think I'm like almost there. So I don't know how to fix that. I don't want to get mastitis. I don't want to pump and create this huge oversupply. She's growing like a weed. Actually, we'll have another follow-up with her pediatrician in a week and a half. But before then, we'll see the specialist, so we'll get another weight check. And I think she's growing like crazy. She feels like she's gained some weight. So it's good to have plenty of milk, but you don't want too much. So that's where we're at with breastfeeding. And then nighttime has gone really well. She's down to like 2 feedings at night, and she's really efficient, so it only takes like 20 minutes. So we ended up going to bed at like 11 last night, and then she got up to feed around 1, and then not again until like 6. That's not right. It was like 2 and then 6. I'm not sure. It was a 4-hour stretch, then a 3-hour stretch. I'm not sure on the exact times, but she's much different than the twins were at this age, which I'm very thankful for. Like, I was wearing my Fitbit when we brought the twins home and from the hospital, and so on my Fitbit app I can go back to those nights, and there were nights I had like 45 minutes of sleep total, and with her we're getting 6 or 7 hours of sleep every night. It's just, and we could get more if we would go to bed earlier. So pretty amazing. It's a sweet little thing.
How's this morning going?
Are you having a good morning, Bear?
You having a good morning, buddy? Hey, Lyndall. Let's see your shoesies. Let's see your shoes.
Did you take that jacket off
Stop.
yourself?
Yes. Stop.
Wow. Go Bear. Go Boo Bear. Go Lyndall. Lyndall and Eloise match.
Yeah. Bear doesn't exactly match, but when he gets the thing, all right, let's get out of here. We're going to church. When you were competing in college, wow. Did you ever picture your daughter in your life jacket?
All the time. I said I can't wait to pass this life jacket down to my daughter. This is actual footage of Lyndall sucking her thumb. If she has that blankie, she sucks her thumb with it.
Weird.
I know. Lyndall, you look really cute with that jacket on. It almost fits.
Yeah.
It hurts to laugh. Sorry, Lyndall, it's not funny. You're like, that's what I was gonna say. You're like a turtle. Ouch, it hurts. Oh, that was so funny. That was really funny, Lyndall. Whose life jacket is that? Is that Con? Oh, you have the jacket on. That's correct. Lyndall has a jacket on too. Yep, that's Mommy's jacket. You have the hiccups. So I'm pretty sure we filmed like that we were leaving for church and then didn't film anything else after that. That's how it goes when you have 3 kids in the car. Luckily we did the online pickup, like the online order grocery pickup, so we didn't have to like do our grocery shopping that we sometimes do after church. That is just so dang convenient, having the option to purchase everything online and pick it up. We are having a little Chiefs party at my parents' dock this evening. The Chiefs are Sunday Night Football. So they're having some friends over. We're gonna go over.
Say goodbye to your blanket.
Brad has to go over to the warehouse to meet a couple of people for some things that they're buying of all of our junk. And that's it. That's all we have going on for today. I think, so this will be my first time alone with all 3 kids. But Laurie is coming over.
When's she coming?
Aunt Lala. I don't know.
I gotta
Can you pick him up too?
I gotta go.
Okay.
Daddy's gotta go.
Say bye, Daddy.
Bye-bye.
We need to say bye-bye to your blankie too. You wanna say bye-bye to Blankie?